So we'll start with the verse number 37 today. Verse number 37. The beautiful qualities of Bhagavan is there. Ashogastharaha Sura Shauril Janeshwaraha Anukula Sadhavartaha Padmi Padma Nivekshanaha Ashogastharaha Sura Shauril Janeshwaraha Anukula Sadhavartaha Padmi Padma Nivekshanaha. Now let us see the namas and how our acharyas have given the beautiful Vyakhyan. Vyakhana means the commentaries about this Guna Vaibhavam of Guna Namas of this Bhagavan. Asogaha. Shogam. Shogam means Dukkam, sorrow. Asogaha, no sorrow. So Bhagavan is the only person who lives without any sorrow. He doesn't have any of the calamities in his mind. He doesn't need to take any displeasures. He doesn't need to take any sorrow. He doesn't need to worry about certain things. Our Acharya, Adi Shankaracharya says, human beings are subjected to 6 things. There are 6 things which they worry. Number 1, shokam. So the very important thing is that sorrow. Number 2 is moham, the lust, the passion. Number 3 is jaraha. Jaraha means getting old. We are worried about getting old. Next one is maranam, which is death. After that, daham, which is the thirst. Then hungry. We are feeling hungry. These are all the 6 things for which every human being individually gets worried about. So Adi Shankara says that. So for this, what is very primary concern is we are always getting sorrow. The reason for the sorrow is we have an attachment. The simple reason why we get sorrow is because we are attached to certain things. Or sometimes we are not satisfied with what we have. The sorrow can be because you possess something which you don't like. You have something what you don't like. Right? You hate certain things, but you have it. So you don't like it. There is also another reason why you get sorrow, because you like something which you don't have. You like something which you don't have. See, these two, the condition which always gives you the sorrow. Which always gives you the sorrow. Right? Once Swami was sitting in an interview, one of the devotees was asking, Swami, we are getting suffering, we are getting sorrow. What to do? Swami was demonstrating simply that he took a handkerchief in his hand and he dropped it. He took the handkerchief and he dropped it down and he says, see how I am dropping the handkerchief? Same way you drop it. Same way you drop it. That means what? This is not me. This doesn't belong to me. Then they asked, how do I relate it? He says, sufferings are related to your body consciousness, not for the Atma. They are not related to your Atmic consciousness. They are related to your body consciousness. You are clinging to certain things which you don't want to give up. That's why you are getting suffering. So give it up. So that is very important, that you have to have an attitude of getting rid of certain. So getting rid of certain things is a very, very important concept what you have. One of the humorous story which is recited for Mullah Nasruddin story. It's an interesting and also a humorous story. Mullah was sitting in his home and he started crying. One of his friends came, very dearest friend, who came and asked him, Mullah, why are you crying? Why are you crying? You know, my uncle died. My uncle passed away. I know, because your uncle is almost like 80 years. I know. But what to do? See, you all know after an age, everyone has to pass away. So you have to be very clear, right? So you should not be so attached. No, no, I am not worried about that him passing out. Then why you are crying? Now, when he died, he had some $1 million, which he wrote to me, and he has given the possession of that. Okay, you should be happy. Why do you worry? He's still crying. Why you are worrying? No, before him, 1 week before, my another uncle, an elder uncle who passed away. So what happened? He was having a possession of 5 million, which he gave it to my custody, and he died. Now the friend says, now you are having totally 6 million with you. Why do you worry about it? So you should be happy about it. And also, you know that he is little elder, so he is aged. So you know that he is going to pass away. Why do you worry? Then still Mullah was crying. He was not even controlling himself. He just keep on crying. Then he gave friend says, why you are crying still? Before 1 week before my elder uncle passed away, my grandfather passed away. So what happened? He had $10 million, which he gave it to me under my possession, and now the friend got annoyed. Are you have so much of money, and all their old people, they had a courtesy of putting all the money to you. You have possession of everything. And why do you still worry about it? Why are you still annoyed about it? You should be very happy about it. You know, Mullah said, I'm worried because I don't have any other relatives who can pass away soon. I'm worried. We have no other fellow to die so that they can give me a wealth. So I am still worried about it. That's why I am crying. See, this is the mentality of individual. Whatever you possess, you are not happy. You're still looking for something else outside. You try to chase certain things and you are not going to get the satisfaction. The sorrow is something which is like that. That's why Swami says, give up as you drop the touch. Give it up. Don't worry about it. So sometimes it is not related to you. So that is very, very an essential part of an individual. He should know how to drop the sorrow. So then he becomes that he gets the guna of Asoga. See, Bhagavan is Asoga. He never worried about it. For him, it is nothing. Whether you say kingdom, no kingdom. Whether you say you are going to be killed, is nothing. No problem. He never had any attachment, never he had any worry about anything. He took everything as equal as it is. As it is, he was taking it. So that is why he is considered to be the Bhagavan. That is the divine quality of it. So that is called Asogaha, no sorrow. So one person who has no sorrow is Asogaha. Taranaha. Taranaha. What is Taranaha? One who helps you crossing. What does it mean, one who helps me crossing? Crossing of what? Crossing me for what? There are so many ati bhautika issues which are there attached with your body. So you need something to be crossed. Something need to be there for you to help to cross, because everyone has something called bhaya. Everyone has a bhaya. A bhayam is always there because you are always overthinking about certain things. You work in an office because you have a bhayam, you have a fear that whether your boss is going to look at you. You do something because the family, and then you are thinking outside peoples may comment on you or criticize you. So we always try to satisfy and please outsiders, please others. That is the fear which is inside you, and that of which we want to live our life. You don't live naturally. You are always in fear. You are always in the fear. always thinking about something. Beautifully said. This is also another reminder about one of the Mullah Nasruddin story, which is cited by Swami Sukapotananda. Beautifully says. Mullah was a truck driver. He was driving a truck. Whenever he was hearing a no, he was a car driver, sir. He was a car driver, he was driving a car. Whenever he hears the honking of horn of a truck, he gets a little bit frightened. He gets nervous, his hands shake and everything. So one of the friend who is traveling with him saw him just trauma. And he started asking him, why Mullah, why, what happened? Did you meet with any accident with the truck? Is it that because of that you are getting it? Because you are fearing of that? He said, no, no. Why, what happened? What was the reason? You know, my wife eloped with a truck driver. So that is one of the things which is sitting in my mind. Said, don't worry, yeah. She's no more with you. So you should be enjoying. You're a single person. Now you should be happy about it. And why do you worry about it? He said, whenever I hear the honking of horn, okay, I think that is the same truck driver. So what happens? I'm thinking that same truck driver is going to return back my wife to me. That's why I'm a little bit frightened. That's why I'm a little bit frightened. So that's why I cannot concentrate on how to drive it. See, the fear of a bulla is that he will return back something to him, right? So this is what he was thinking in his mind. Why? Because he's always stuck with certain things. He's always beyond certain. So this is how we are, because we always have a baya-beat. We are always thinking of something else. Some negative thoughts are always which is running within us. This is always attached in our mind. So that's why what we have, we always think we are not happy, so that we are always searching for certain things. Right? We are always trying to search for certain things. We are trying to seek something outside. A rich man was having a good money. Good money means lavish, means lavish. No problem at all. Sukha boka, full. Whatever he wants. But still he has no happiness. So he thought, okay, maybe I will travel some country so that I will forget and then I may think, no, I can get happiness. He started traveling some countries. The moment he started traveling, he is trying to take a flight and he wants to try to go for Paris or France or anywhere where he wants to see a Olympics or something. He immediately gets stuck with his own family. Oh, what happened? What is going to be there? What my money is there and all this. So always stuck with the same thing. So he is always back to his same thing. So he can't get out of it. Then he thought, okay, maybe I have to forget it. So what is the best way? What I have to do? Okay, go and lavishly drink. So what happened? You booze yourself. Then what happened? You forget it. Mentally, you are totally out. He took so much. Still, no happiness. He searched for some other thing like spending money, gambling. No, nothing. So nothing is working for him. Nothing is giving him happiness. So he is searching for happiness again and again, again and again, again and again. Nothing clicked. So what happened? Someone told, hey, the best is that you have to be a sannyasi. Then only you can be happy. So what happened? He decided, okay, I will convert all this properties and everything into money. Put it all the jewels and everything. And then he took it in his hand and he got a news that there is one of the guru who is there. So he made a big bundle of those monies and everything. And then he took it to that sannyasi who was sitting there and shared the tree. And then he kept that bundle in front of him and he told, Swami, I'm here. These are all my money. But I'm submitting all these things. I have no peace of mind. Nothing is there. Then the sannyasi who is looking at it, he looked at the bundle, he opened the bundle and he saw that currency, jewelry and everything is there. Then the rich man also looking at him, now what the sannyasi is going to do. He bundled it back and then he took the money and he started running, the sannyasi. So the sannyasi is running and this rich man also chasing. Hey, what happened? Oh my God, this guy is not a sannyasi. He seems to be a thief. He's taking my money. He's stealing my money and he's running. And this guy, run, chase. And this sannyasi is so very young, knackful. He's running here, running there, running into small lanes and all. Everywhere he's running. He cannot chase him. He got tired. And at last, the sannyasi came back to the same tree shade, and he was standing there. And this fellow also came there and he was standing there. And he said, oh my God, oh. He was gasping for the breath. And now sannyasi gave him back to the same thing. Now, he was very happy to hold it, and he was happy to hold it. And then he can see his face is full of joy and everything. Now the sannyasi asked him, before you come here, you are holding the same property in your hand. But that time you never had joy. You never had happiness. Now, after me chasing, and then you came back, when I returned it back to you, now you are happy. Did you notice that? He said, yes. That means happiness is within you. It is not something where you have to search for. It is not something where you can buy. It is not a property to be bought. It is all your mental attitude what has to be changed. So by this lesson, what we understand is, in the life, we have to take the things in a simple way so that happiness comes into your mental attitude. That's what we say, Taranaha. That means who helps you to cross this payabhiti, to cross the samsara sakara, because we always think that we have all this negative thinking in our mind, which makes us to stop our way. We don't know how to cross this. So Bhagavan is there to help you out, to get rid of all those things. Whenever you get all these negative thoughts, what is the best way? Namasmarana is the best way that you can get it. Taranaha. Taraha. The next nama is called Taraha. Taraha means he is the savior. He one who saves you from many things. He helps you to cross the ocean of samsara. One who takes you out of the fear of samsara. One who takes you out of the garbhavasa. Right? So the mukti, the moksha, the realization is only from the grace of the God. That's why we say, even though you do karma yoga, it is only through jnana yoga. That is what our Acharya says, Adi Shankara says. Only through jnana yogam you can achieve the moksha. So it is through the jnana yogam only you are supposed to achieve the moksha. So then we can ask, what is going to be the karma? Karma will make your mind to be practiced, to make it pure, to get into the jnana. So that is Adi Shankara says, that's why karma yoga will help you to practice nididhyasana. So once you do the nididhyasana, the daily routine, then the daily routine will purify your mind. Because your mind is getting purified, then it is easy for you to understand the jnana, which is the Sankhya Yoga, which is the highest of knowledge, which is your chapter number 2 in Bhagavad Gita. The chapter 2 is Sankhya Yoga. Right? Who is the author for that? Kapilacharya. So we understand what is the Sankhya Yoga. When you understand what is Sankhya Yoga, you understand what is Atma, how the body is not related to Atma, who is Paramatma, how we are connected to our life. So that's what we think. So this type of jnana, who can grant us? Only the grace of God, you will get it. Without His grace, you are not going to get it. You will be getting Punarabijananam, Punarabimaranam. So you will be back to the same thing again and again. The next nama is called Suryaha. Suraha. Suraha. Su means to get or to go. Su means go. The aspect is go, to get it. Go. Seek. Seek the God. Seek what? Seek God. Seek the highest knowledge. Take refuge of God's Nama. So you purify yourself. Once you get the purification, then you can go out in search of God. So seek. So the seeking is a very, very important aspect. See, without searching the knowledge, without searching the Paramatma, we are not going to get what we want. There should always be something, an earning from your side. Understand? You should be earning for the God. You should be earning that He should come. If you don't call Him, why? How He is going to come? He's not going to understand, right? So he's not going to think. Okay, he's like, why you there, and what are you doing? So he's just a general human being, general individual like everyone. So it is very important that you have to have that earnest thinking of He should come, He should give me that. So seeking is a very, very important thing for us. Very important. Ravindranath Tagore has given a very good story about it. A person was trying to seek God. He wants to see God. He wants to meet God. He started searching. He started his journey from his hometown, and then he started, and someone told, hey, travel towards north. Because always our story is that you have to go to Himalayas, right? Himalayas or Kailasha, and then you have to see the God, and the Lord is always there. So he was given an idea. Then this guy started his uh, expedition to go travel towards the north and try to find out. So he was traveling all the places, all the places in the thing, and he was searching whether there is a God here, there is a God here, there is a God here, there I can get the self-realization, anything. Seeking, 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 seeking. And almost he reached the Himalayan valley. There he got many places, many saints he saw, many scriptures he got an idea. He was passing through, and then lastly he got a cave. A cave was there, and then the cave, in the front of the cave, there was a writing was written there. You are entering into God's room. Okay? You are entering into the God's room. Now, the fellow who is going to get in, right? So he was trying to seek the God, and he was all the way from his hometown. He has come all the way to the Himalayan valley, and then he is about to open the cave, and he want to get in to meet the God. All of a sudden, there was a thought in him. Said, "Arey, I know once I open this door and I go in, I'm going to meet the God. But what happens? The pleasure of searching Him will be vanished. So let me search, let me go around again and come back here, because that search is something which gives me more maturity in my life." So what does it mean? Searching will make you understand more, will make you more experienced, will make you more understanding, exploring. Right? You are trying to get more wisdom from different types of. If you don't seek, if you're not going to seek it, you're not going to get it. Think about something you get very easily. Will it be in your mind? Will it strike in your mind for a long time? No. If you work for it, then you understand. So that is what we say. You have to have that attitude of seeking out. So God is someone who who is always from seeking side. You seek Him, He will come. You have earnest thinking that He should be achieved, He will come. Unless otherwise you have that mind, you have that mindset, He's not going to be approachable. So that's why God also tests you towards too many things, right? So you see the Bhakta Vijaya stories, Alvars and Nayanmargal stories. God doesn't come in one instance, right? So He tests you through different things. He puts you in experiments. On that experiment, He is trying to see how strong are you in your willpower. How strong are you to believe, to trust? You have a faith saying that whatever happens, he is going to be there to save. And think about Abhirama Bhattar, Subramanya Bhattar, who was hanging. There were 100 ropes which had been tied up, and he was on the top of the fire. And each time when he was singing a song, one rope was cut, one rope was cut, one rope was cut, because he's supposed to bring the moon on the day which is Amavasya. Because he said today is Purnima. He said today is Purnima, that is full moon, when it was a new moon day. Then people thought he was a fool. He didn't know. But he said, yes, I told the truth. That is what I was seeing in my mind. That is what I'm in the meditative state. I was witnessing that full moon, the shine of the full moon of the Mother Divine. So I'm not bluffing, he said. Then the Raja, because he gave the statement to the Raja, who is the Marathi Raja, Sarapochi Manna. And he was listening to that. He said, show me tonight that moon should come. If not, you will be put into fire. So now he was hanging there, and fire is under. He is sitting on the top. He started singing Abhirami Andaji. He started singing Abhirami Andadi, and the 72 words, I think so. That is where he started seeing the Ambal. Because what happened? The Devi came and she threw the Tatanga on the sky, and which turned into moon. Not only the Abhirami Bhattar witnessed, it was entire people on that place, including the Raja, was witnessing. That was a new moon day where they saw the full moon. What is that? Seek. Even though you are put under stress, you put under so much of test, you have been going under so much of pressure, believe that he is there. That is called Surya, Suraha. Suraha. Seek him. Seek him, see him with all devotion. Search him in all devotion. So that is why we say it is very important that we try to seek him. Suraha. Shaurihi. So this comes from the Nama, comes from his lineage. Okay. His lineage. Who? Saurihi, because he is the grandson of Sura, and who is basically the Vasudeva's father. Okay. He is Suraha, means Suraha is the name of Krishna's grandfather. Yadava Kula. So they are from the Suraha. Suraha is the clan, or it's the dynasty, or that is the race from where. So Yadava Kula comes from that race. So that's why he is called Shaurihi, because Suraha, his own Pautraha, which is called Shauri. Shaurihi. So he's been identified with that lineage here. He has been identified with that lineage because he has chosen to be under that lineage. He has taken that lineage and he is trying to live under that lineage. That's why we say him as a Shaurihi. Okay. So next Nama is called Jana Ishwaraha. Janeshwaraha. Janeshwaraha means the leader of who? The leader of the people, the Lord of the people. When we say Lord of the people, what do we understand? What is the significance of that name? Lord of the people means he should understand the Lord is in everyone. The Lord is in everyone. You should see everything as God. Omnipresence of the God is very, very important. One good story which was reminded. Today we are trying to remember so many stories so that we understand the incidents clearly. This was also cited by Bhagavan Satyasai Baba in one of his beautiful narration he gave. He talked about this great person by name Abu Ben Adam. The Abu Ben Adam was one of the great person who had a very great qualities of helping others, serving others, and everything. He was once returning back to his home. He found somewhere in his house there is a small room, and then in a corner of the room he can see there is some light coming, which is very near to his the window of his bedroom. So what happened? He went near to that window and then he started looking at it. He saw a small angel was sitting there, an angel was sitting, and she was having a golden pen and writing something. It's writing something. So Abu bin Adam had a eagerness, he was very eager. He went and he bowed in front of the angel and said, Mother. Then angel said, Oh, yeah, Mother, may I know what are you doing? I know I'm happy to see you that you are in my house. I'm happy to see that you're sitting and doing some work. May I know what you're doing? Oh, yeah, yeah, I'm an angel. I'm a messenger of the God. I'm writing something. Abu bin Adam said, Is it possible I can help you? Or may I know what you're writing? Will that be a help from my side? Oh, I'm writing a list of names. A list of names who I know. Who has shown affection to the God? I'm writing a list of names who have shown affection to the God. Abu bin Adam was a little curious. So anyone who is talking about I'm going to write a list of names and writing a list of names who shows affection to the God, like human being, Abu bin Adam was also very happy. He was very curious. He said, Mother, can I know in that list, do you have my name? Mother, do you know that in that list, do you have my name? Angel said, No, not at all there. You don't have, your name is not there. He was a little bit surprised and he felt a little bit sorrow. He said, Oh my God, maybe I'm not loving the God in a true way. Maybe I'm not that much devoted. That's why my name has not been picked. Maybe there is a limitation in me. So I have to think about it. So he went inside the room and he left the angel there. He went inside another room and then he started and he slept. The next day, morning he got up. His routine is that he always helps others. He goes out, helps others, and he comes back and all. Same way, the next day also he went out and he helped others and he came back. Same place, same light, same angel was sitting there. He went back and he said, Pardon me, mother, I'm seeing you again. Thank you very much. You're showing me your darshan. Let me know today, can I help you? And today, what are you doing? Oh, today I'm writing the list of people who are loved by God. Yesterday I made a list who loved God. I made a list of name, the person who showed affection to God. Now she says, I am writing a list of the persons who are loved by God. Now Abu bin Adam said, by any chance, is there my name is there? I don't know, I have only one name in the list, throughout in my list. And he was eager to know who is that name, may I know? Name is Abu bin Adam. The name is Abu bin Adam. Adam was very shocked to know that. So in the yesterday's list, that whether he is showing affection to the God, his name was not there. But when it comes to the second day list, that God showing affection to the person, his name was the only name written by the angel there. Then he was shocked to know what was the reason why my only name was there in the list. Mother, can you say me? And she said, very simple, my child. You believed simply that God is in everyone. You did service to these people. You find God, only God in everyone. So you treated them as God. You were devoted to them as God. You loved them as God. That's why God loves you. So this message, what does it mean? You can say love all, serve all. That is the message what Swami is giving us, but still try to understand. If you try to serve others, thinking that God lives in them, God will love you. God will love you. That's why Swami says the lips that pray. Think about the hands that help is mightier than the lips that pray. So hand which is helping will be more good for the peoples, right? So that is why. How do you get that attitude? The attitude is looking everyone as a God. You have to think, Lord, every people is the God's aspect. That's what we say, Janeshwara. You see them from the Janeshwara. So next Nama is called Anukulaha. Kulam in Sanskrit, Kulaha, Kulam means shore, seashore, the bank. One who has a limitation. Anukulaha, one who is without any boundaries. See, the word itself can give you the understanding. Kulam, boundary. Anukulam, no boundaries, no limitation. He's open. He's very open. The greatness of the God, you cannot comprehend. You cannot comprehend. It is beyond your measurement. It is beyond your understanding. See, even though Yashoda tied Krishna, when Krishna was so naughty, there was a complaints coming from the neighbors saying that this guy is going into their house, stealing the butter with the other fellows, and also he is drinking the milk, drinking the curd, everything he is doing, all naughty things he is doing. And the complaint came to the Yashoda Maya. Yashoda took a small rope. Okay, the rope is made up of jute. That's what the Vyakhyanakarta says. The rope is made up of jute. Think about, he is a Paramatma. If he think he can break that rope, but he was tied with the small rope, right, to the small rope to a stone. And Krishna was standing because it is not about the rope. It is the devotion of Yashoda. That's why he stood there. It is the devotion of Yashoda which made him to stop there, which made him to stand there. It is not about others. He can break it. If he can go and kill the Shakatasura, if he can kill the Keshi, if he can kill Vriddasura, if he can do such an act, what is the limitation of the small jute rope which is going to stop him? But he was standing there as if a good boy, standing to the mother and listening to her, because it is the devotion of Yashoda which made him to stop there. So God can only be comprehended by devotion. You cannot comprehend with anything. There is no yardstick to measure him. That's why there is no limitation for him. Sky, we cannot say what is the limit. Even sky is no limit. That's why we say Bhupadaha Yashanadhir Vyadasaranirat Chandra Suryo Chanetre. It's beyond the sky. You see what is it? Until Navi only you see in the sky. Beyond that he is standing. That's why we say Anukulaha is going beyond that. Par excellence. All right. Anukulaha. Shadhavartaha. Shadaha avartaha. Shataha means what? 100. Shataha means 100. Avartaha means what? It is some avarnaha, avartaha, or a cycle, we can say. Shata avartaha. So here the name Shata means doesn't mean it is only the measurement of 100. Don't think like that. Because as I already told you, Sahasra Sirsha Purusha, Sahasrartha Sahasrabad, same thing, the same understanding. Sahasra means 1,000, but don't limit your count with the 1,000. It is like thousands and thousands and thousands, like that. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of avatars he has taken for what? He knows for what reason he has come. That's what he says in the chapter number 4, right? In Bhagavad Gita, Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya, Glanir Bhavati Bharata, Abhyuttanam Adharmasya, Tadatmanam Srijanmiham, Paritranaya Sadhunam, Vinashaya Duskritam, Dharma Samstapanardhaya, Sambhavami Yuge Yuge. I will take my avataram every yukam. The positive statement. I will come. I will come. Dharma Samstapanardhaya Sambhavami Yuge. Very important. So understand. So this is the understanding what we say, Satha Avartaha. That means he will come again and again and again and again to protect the Dharma, to bring the balance, to bring the balance of total natural love, to bring that balance to us, to protect us, to always bring that to us. So he has done many avatars. The next nama is called Badmi. Badmi means lotus. Badmi means lotus. And he carries lotus in his hand. Right? He carries lotus in his hand. So beautiful understanding. Why he has a lotus in his hand? So Chinmayananda says, Bhagavan, first he wants to blow the couch. He will broach the sanghu. He will blow it. So for what? He invites all of us. So once you come, he started giving you the knowledge. Okay? He starts giving you the knowledge. The knowledge is represented in the lotus form. The knowledge is through the lotus. Knowledge is represented in the lotus. Supposing you are not listening, you are not aware, and whatever you are looking here and there like someone, what he will say? He will give it gently, a small touch from his gada, so that he will say, listen to me actively. I am giving you the statement. Right? Because sometimes God has to wake you up also. Because we are always in tamoguna. Sometimes, many a times we are in tamoguna, not sometimes. Many a times we are in tamoguna. Okay, only sometimes we come to sattva. So he has to wake you up with that small shake, with the small hit by gada. So then what happens? You will come, oh my God, okay. So Swami is always there. He is giving me a knock and then he is asking me to be waking up. So that's why it's always considered to be a Padma. Padma is a beautiful understanding lotus. There's one story which comes from Buddhism tradition. It's called the flower sermon lotus story of Buddha. It's called flower sermon. There's this big expectation that one day Buddha is going to give a beautiful speech sermon to everyone. And the crowd from very big, all the places are crowding like anything. They stay, that entire place, audience is filled with so many people and everyone eagerly waiting. Buddha walked into the stage and then he sat in his own pose of Padmasana. Always we know that Buddha sits in Padmasana. And he has in his hand a lotus, a white lotus in his hand. And he was just simply looking at it. Crowd was looking for his speech. They are all eagerly waiting that Buddha will say, he will start giving some sermon and then he will start giving like all those great messages. He will say, hi, how are you? Something like that. Hey, dear devotees, something everyone is expecting. No speech from Buddha. Buddha is just staring at the lotus. What happened? Public gets little unrest. Right? Always. After 10 minutes, what happened? No speech, nothing. Everyone will start talking. Oh, what happened? Buddha is sitting there, nothing is happening, what is happening, all those things. So people have started talking to themselves and then they have started chatting and then they were thinking what is happening. Maybe Buddha is not feeling well or Buddha doesn't want to give anything or something happened or some problem is there. So everyone was thinking about it. And then Buddha was still silent, silent, silent. And one of his Shishya, who was also sitting there, like Buddha is sitting and then his disciples are sitting around him. Right? One of his disciple by name Mahakashyapa, all of a sudden he started laughing. He started laughing like anything. No one understood what is happening. See, imagine like this. Buddha is looking at the lotus. Entire public is like, want to see. The Buddha is going to talk something. Everyone eagerly looking at Buddha. Buddha is just looking at the lotus, the white lotus, and he's just sitting like this. And then all of a sudden, there is one disciple whose name is Mahakashyapa, started laughing. What will be the thinking of the people? What will be the thinking around us? What will be the thinking by everyone? Everyone is thinking maybe something is mad, something is happening. Now Buddha stood up and he told, whatever I want to say, Mahakashyapa has shown it in action. He has shown it in action, and he told, and he gave that lotus to Mahakashyapa and he went out. So what does it mean? The realization that Mahakashyapa had is that he himself is enlightened Buddha. You don't need another Buddha sitting there because I myself is a Buddha. I have realized myself. I saw the happiness within me. I got the bliss. That's it. I am Buddha. Now the Buddha himself uttered the statement, whatever I want to say, he has shown it. That means he has realized it. So he gave the lotus to him and he went. So this is the understanding. What does it mean? Transmission of knowledge. Badmihi, knowledge. So it is the embodiment of knowledge. So that is what Vishnu Murti is carrying in his hand. Even the Guruvayur statue, you can see he has a lotus in his hand. Badmihi, knowledge. Padma Nivekshanaha. Padma Nivekshanaha, his face, his eyes. Akshaha, Akshi means eyes. Padma Nivekshanaha, his eyes resemble like lotus. His eyes resemble like a lotus. The Tamarai Kannan, Pundarika, right? Pundarika, that means lotus eye. Pundarika Aksha, lotus eye. So those are all the meaning what we always see. So Padma Nabhekshanaha, Akshaha means eyes. So his eyes are very prominent like lotus. So that lotus eyes has been referred in Rama's avatara throughout. You can see Kamban has referred many places about his lotus eye. Also in Villiputtura, in his Villibharadam, also referred about Krishna's lotus eyes. So Narayana is very famous with his lotus. So this is the significance of that Nama. So what we understand here, when we say that when we want certain things to be happening, when we understand that he has to be a person who has to help us to cross certain things, right? So that's why Radha Krishna Shastrigal says, Ashokastharanastharaha, that nama can be done as a japam. Ashohastharanastharaha, as a japam. Like you can take that nama itself and do the japam. So whenever there is a bhaya, whenever there is a dukkha, whenever there is a sorrow, whenever you are thinking that you have to cross the ocean of samsara, do that as a japam. Ashohastharanastaraha. And also you are expecting something to happen, that God has to grant you something. Anukula sadhavarta batmi padma nivekshan. because he will give you the anukulam. He will do the anukulam. Anukulam means he will give you the boon what you want. So anukula sadhavarta padmi patta nivekshana. Do that nama as a japam so that he will also help you to win whatever the result you want. So today's verse of 37 has beautiful namas as mantras and mantra japams, what you can keep on doing so that it will help you to reach or attain the Swami, the moksha, the self-realization, what we expect from the world. Okay, so with that we stop here. So we will do the concluding slokam and the concluding prayer. Hari Om Kayena Vacha Manasendriyarva Buddhyatmana Va Prakriti Swabhavat Karomi Yattat Sakalam Parasmai Narayanaye Samarpayami यदक्षरपदप्रष्टं मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतादेव नारायण नमोऽस्तु ते विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदबाधाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि च मह्य महेश्वरः अन्यदाचरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष जनार्दन हरिः ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्य परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाम् को ब्राह्मणेभ्य शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु सर्वं यदि रामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु हरिः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति